So it's difficult to to ignore how that unfolded. So the Bishop's High School was a very localized issue that arose at and stayed at the Bishop's High School. I know the union made, well, not the union, but the general secretary made comments or whatever, but it was localized to the Bishop's High School. And what it sprung from was, as far as I understand it, students commenting online or persons identifying themselves as students commenting online, different social media platforms, about what they felt was unfair treatment and discriminatory treatment, sexist treatment, even abusive treatment. For me, that is always something we should take seriously and really pay attention to. And it warrants investigation with a view to making sure that if that happened, that we address the needs of those students who might have felt like they were victims of it, and and particularly to make sure it doesn't happen going forward. So it has engaged the ministry. It continues to engage the ministry's attention. We also want to make sure teachers are not on the receiving end of abuse. However, we have to be very careful. Look, freedom of expression has meaning. It is something that has to be cherished and treasured and promoted in this country. And social media platforms allow for beautiful expressions of and manifestations of that right to express oneself. Of course, it can be abused, and often it is abused. But I think we have to be careful with how we deal with these things. You know, I don't know that offense would have been the first emotion that should have been felt, but it has attracted the attention of the Ministry of Education, and we have to remember that at the end of the day, every adult player in the Ministry of Education, including teachers and head teachers and education officers, and so our paramount duty is to look after the best interest of children. And I'm not certain that shutting the school down will ever be in the best interest of children, or at least shutting it down for lengthy periods. I'm happy to say that the teachers are back on the job and they're teaching. I don't think we should trivialize, though, the importance of finding out what went wrong, and particularly with a view to making sure we can address that in a way that ensures that the Bishop's High School is a premier place for children to feel safe at and to learn comfortably at. And that's engaging our attention.